You can't have it both ways. This story is about when I worked as a machinist. I had a horrible boss. I just realized that I could end the story there, and a bunch of you would relate. Anyways, this boss was the owner's brother-in-law. Someone who never had management experience, but rather someone put in a position because relative equals good worker. There are so many examples of what made him horrible, which I won't go into in this post, but this man checked a bunch of boxes. We'll call him Butthole, or BH for short. I had worked there for 6 years at the point of this story. It was the week of my review, and I had been unusually nice to him this week. This was also right after one of the sales guys had come over. I was having a chat with BH, and a sales guy came up. I was going through the numbers over the years, and do you realize that over the years of Opie being here, the amount of rework coming out of his area has dropped and profits are up about 400% over the guy he replaced. He started talking some more and BH cut him off and gave him a look. Sales guy looked at me and back to BH, and then walked away. I knew I had some info that I wasn't supposed to know, and he knew I knew. Eventually, I was called in for my review. There were 4 pages of categories scored 1 to 10. It was very routine. All my scores were very good, and in turn I was feeling good. We finished that up and I signed it as stating I was in agreeance. He slid it to the side and pulled out a totally different piece of paper. Now that the review for the company is over, this is stuff about you I have noticed. The piece of paper outlined that I spent too much of my time socializing with others, which significantly reduced my productivity. It also stated I spent too much time in the bathroom and needed to adjust my diet, so I would refrain from using the bathrooms at work. He had broken this into 3 neat paragraphs, and I do not remember the exact wording. I was floored. I had gone through years of medical crap and even surgeries with my gut. He knew this. Also, if my machine is spinning and making chips, I can talk and pay attention to the normal sounds coming out of my machine without affecting productivity. We got into a heated argument. He was adamant that I was wasting time in the bathroom. I argued that if I go in there and stuff comes out of me, then the bathroom was needed. He said that he had no proof of me actually using the bathroom. I offered to stop flushing, and everyone else would alert him of what I did in there for me. Everything he said I had a retort. At one point I got so pissed off I walked out of his office and yelled, "Keep your raise. Just don't $% #/ ing talk to me anymore." Then he yelled that if I didn't come back, he would fire me for insubordination. I went back in and just stared. He talked for another 20 minutes, without me saying a thing. It was a 2% raise, which was decent for current market rates, and I left and went back to work. It's at this point a bunch of people are going to comment about of common sense stuff like how illegal half of this is, and what I should be doing about it. I will point out that I am very neurodivergent and very smart, but sometimes lack that sense because of how my brain is wired. I decided to just do what he said. I got subscriptions for Audible and YouTube, and wore earbuds literally 100% of the time. I stopped talking to everyone. If someone came up to me and asked WTF, I would state my time at work is for working and not for talking. I got deep into listening to Roll20 and discovered a bunch of authors and books I love to this day. As for the bathroom, I adjusted my diet. I would get home from work and eat one meal immediately that would hold me over until I got what I needed. I called my doctor and told him about my review. My doctor also had some fun words about my boss. I got to drop by and pick up a doctor's note that read, paraphrased, due to human nature. This note is to state that OP can use the bathrooms at work when needed. This is also when I found out that HR had no idea about what was going on, as she was like, "What's this for?" "Of course you're allowed to poop at work." She said she'd look into it. I never heard back. So, no talking to anyone for good productivity, and I had a doctor's excuse for the other thing. He got mad at me daily at this point. Instead of yelling my name to get my attention, he had to walk over and wave to get my attention. Frankly, I heard him half the time but knew it pissed him off to come over, so I ignored him. He would always point out that it would be easier for him if he could get my attention. I would point out that the handbook says these are allowed, and they prevented me from socializing, which he didn't allow. A few weeks of this and he pulls me into his office, states that people keep asking him why I won't socialize to people, and it's making him uncomfortable. I state it's not making me uncomfortable, that they're his orders, and I have noticed an increase in productivity, so it's working. Did he want me to be less productive?
No.
Okay, BH, I'll go back to work. You can't order me to socialize with people. Especially after ordering me not to socialize with people. I'm not sorry that it makes you uncomfortable that I'm enjoying my book. I continued this for a whole year before I put in my 2 weeks just before my 7-year anniversary and enacted my revenge. I hope you enjoyed this story. There will be more stories of BH and my revenge later.